Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Spa Sisters podcast with me, Julie Wren, and my co-host, Kylie Chamberlain.
Hi, everyone.
So today we are so lucky to have with us Jean-Guy de Gabriac, a very, very busy man, a man that is, I would say, all over the world sharing his wellness vision. He's the CEO of TIPTOUCH International and the founder of the World Wellness Weekend movement. Thank you, Jean-Guy, for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us here today.
Thank you so very much for having me, Julie and Carly.
Great. So, Jean-Guy, you are, as I say, the face of World Wellness Weekend, but also behind the scenes as well. I know that you do an awful lot of work around massage and treatment creation. So perhaps you could sort of roll back in time for us and tell us a little bit about how you first started out in the wellness industry. And, what was your training? What's your background? And how did you get to where you are today?
Absolutely. To make a long story short, because I'm French and I can make a long story really long, I'll try to make it as short as possible. My background initially is from a Franco-American business school, because my parents said it can lead you anywhere. You have no clue what you want to do later on in life. So let's start with this. My first big position was in Los Angeles at the Paramount Studios, working for Ridley Scott, the director, in script development and helping his team of producers. That was for 6 months, only for me to realize that I love storytelling, but Los Angeles was not really for me as a French or European person to truly be happy. So I left, but I carried on working for cable and satellite television, for TV production, video production. So until I had a ski accident and until I had to go through rehab and learn how to walk again, if you wish. It was not that serious, but I needed to go through the process again, through rehabilitation, through physiotherapist, through massage, because very rapidly, being very tall and not that, having a muscular build, I started having a tilt in my hips and my spine, my head, and things like this. So I discovered all of a sudden, that was an aha moment for me. I'm always, as you say, running, traveling, going very fast. And all of this moment, my body said, stop, take care of yourself, learn how to walk again and look around. And I could see people who had a profession in their hands, in their hearts, of course, anatomy, physiology, how the body works, but they had a profession in their hands, and they could help immediately to alleviate pain and to make the impossible possible, the possible easy, and the easy elegant. I love that phrase when you can tell someone you will never be able to walk again, and little by little, you help those people. It was not my case. I could walk, but they helped me walk better. And then there was a transition, and little by little, I transitioned to find a way to make it in the spa and wellness profession. My break was to invest a success fee that I got. I was at the time the marketing director of an internet website dealing with psychology and well-being in France. And we raised some capital. The internet bubble exploded in 2001, and I invested all of this success fee in a massage institute near the Champs-Élysées. And my parents said, a what? A massage institute near the Champs-Élysées. Not on the Champs-Élysées because the rent is ludicrous, but next to it with the clientele from this very posh district in Paris. We did extremely well for 3 years. This is when I didn't want just to be the managing director, the brains, well, my partner, who was an amazing physiotherapist with amazing hands, was treating people, giving trainings. We started in 2001, we started in France with the spa wave. Before that, every brand wanted to understand how they became .com, and that was my job before, to help them understand online how they could reach another audience, transform themselves, go from brick and mortar to .com. But all of a sudden, in 2001, with everything happening in the US, in Asia, the brands in France said, we know Beauty Institute, but we would like to understand spa. How does that work? And that's when I started traveling, attending professional conferences, especially at iSpa. at the International Spa Association in the US, learning a lot, getting all the literature that I could, and being the consultant that I have always been, starting immersive myself in all of these best practices. What could I learn? And speaking English and French, I was able to start sharing them with people in France. That's when also, when I started studying shiatsu, I have been very, very touched by the Karate Kid. You remember Ralph Macchio and the Karate Kid and the movement and the fact that there's this championship. He gets hit on the knee. He thinks the championship is over. But then in the locker rooms, Mr. Miyagi does fade to black. What happens? What happens? Fade to black. And then the next scene is Ralph Macchio, limps like this. He gets back on the tatami. He does his thing, kicks the guy, gets the cup, wins the girl, and that's the end. But that was not the end of the story for me. That was only the beginning. I have chills in my spine. What happens after you do this? And for 3 years, I studied with evening classes, with weekends, the traditional art of shiatsu. Then I was lucky to travel to Bali to learn some of the Pijat Bali, to travel to Hawaii to learn some of the Hawaiian Lomi Lomi, travel to different places and bring this all together to be what I think is an interface between cosmetic brands and hotels with KPIs and marketing strategies, communication strategies, and on the other side of the conversation, not of the spectrum, but on the conversation, the spa therapists, the estheticians, who are then requested to come up with a brilliant idea of a signature massage or a signature experience to bring journalists in to tell about the property and the treatments and everything that can be done, to bring clients in and to have them come again and again. That's where I found my place on this planet, serving not the spa industry, because it has turned into an industry, but the spa profession and also especially the noble art of massage.
Oh, wow. I can hear the passion. Wonderful.
So beautiful. I mean, I didn't really know much about your life pre, Jean-Guy, doing all this stuff with Wellness Weekend and being this pioneer in our industry. But good Lord, that has just given me an insight into, and that is so inspiring. I mean, people that are listening to this podcast, I am just moved by what you've just shared with us. So thank you for sharing it with us, because honestly, it's just really helps people see that you can have this amazing amount of success and drive and passion, but actually the beginnings of all of that start somewhere, right?
Absolutely. And sometimes it needs a crack in the wall or in the facade or in the personality, the persona that we have, a crack for the light to come in. And that was my aha moment, that fall where I thought, why now? I have so many things going. Stop, watch, assess, and regroup.
Yeah, and again, I just think it inspires therapists to really sort of take a look at their lives. But I guess you came from the other angle, but how do you interact with teams now? What do you do on a daily basis?
That's very important, because when I said I found my place in this conversation that massage is, that spa experience and guest experience is, I could have been on the side of the white collar, if you wish, not the hands-on, the suits, the C-suites, and to say, yeah, I can be a consultant, I can devise programs, we can have a strategy, this is how it's going to play out, it's a beautiful story, have your teams implement it. And what I did, others can do. Find your passion and how you can transform it. I think one of the ingredients why I was successful for the 22 past years, because it's been 22 years now since I started. And when I say successful, is happy with what I do, happy with who I have become, and having enough in life to go through. Successful is not the planes. I don't fly business, or sometimes when I get upgraded, out of sheer miracle. But success is not the money, the fame, your face in the media. if it happens, how can we use this? And I believe we will talk about World Wellness Weekend after, so that if there is a spotlight on me like there is today, how can I help direct it also on other people? And today we speak about therapists and estheticians who are doing an amazing job with their hands, with their hearts, with their minds. So the way I found my calling, some people wake up to an alarm clock, and I woke up to a calling, is to help not just devise great ideas on paper, but to roll up my sleeves and to get into a treatment room and say, you guys have been doing this for far longer than I have. I'm just a new kid around the block, but we have this opportunity. We, not me as the consultant, not me as the educator, we have the opportunity to be together in this room, in this training room for the next 3 days. And we have been given a carte blanche by your ownership, general manager, brand, to create something together. I have a few ideas that I'm going to present to you. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Let's create something so that you can also bring some ideas, and together let's create a signature massage, something that resembles each and every one of you. And if it's only the three of us in the room, Julie, Carly, and me, then show me you, Julie, when you massage. Don't show me your massage techniques. Don't show me your Swedish, your lomi. Don't show me what you do. Show me who you are, and show me how you express yourself with the techniques you know. Show me not the massage therapist you are, but the person expressing, not the robotic person, not the person doing the robotic treatment or protocol that you have learned. Show me you. I believe that at a certain time in your life, you don't massage with what you know, you massage with who you are. You express yourself. And also you don't impose on someone a protocol, which is a monologue, really. If this is a protocol that you have to do, this is a monologue. Welcome to our signature treatment, and I will do to you what I do to everyone else. That doesn't work. Then I use the techniques we have created together with the signature massage, so that if you have me as your therapist today in this beautiful spa, or if you have Johnny, or if you have Susie, we will show you a signature expression of who we are. 70% will be about the same, because if the two of you are receiving this signature treatment in a couple's room, just like two girlfriends having a spa tea or a day out at the spa, or half a day, and you receive that massage, when you will be enjoying your tea in the treatment, in the relaxation room after, we would like you to speak about the same thing. If we were a dance, and Carly asked for a dance, and we do a waltz together, and with Julie we do a salsa, you were supposed to have the same dance and the same experience. How come you will talk about a waltz and you will talk about a salsa? These are two different treatments. Why would I do this on your leg when I didn't do it on the other? So we have to find a common ground, and 30% where the therapist can truly express himself or herself. This is how we strike gold, because the therapists then have skin in the game.
Yeah.
They do not touch the skin, they touch the heart of the person, and they touch their own, their personal heart. Then they have room to grow and to express themselves. Then this gets structured in a protocol. It can be a storyboard, it can be a full-fledged, detailed protocol with explaining where we start, why we do this, anatomy, physiology, trigger points, acupressure points, opening doors in therapists that have been doing this for years, but realize, oh, there's this, there's that, and oh, reflexology. And just like there is knowledge, there is also the taste of knowledge. And when you give people the appetite to know more, then we use those 3 days that have been granted by ownership or management. We used it to the fullest to create something together, but also to open doors for them to continue on their journey to become, hopefully one day, healers.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing, sorry.
No, I was going to say, just from an educational perspective, that is for me the true meaning of experiential learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
To really be involved and invested and empowered by your learning experience.
And also what I'm hearing when you're speaking, two things actually. You could have a 9-to-5 job, be staring in front of a computer all day, every day, and doing massages day in, day out with that sort of like protocol driven, robotic structure, you may as well be sitting in front of a laptop from 9 to 5, you're doing that. It's really about what we bring to every single experience, whether you're staring in a laptop between 9 to 5 and that's your life, you could make that life good. Or if you're in a treatment room back to back with 10 massages a day, what's the attitude that we're bringing into that situation? But also, what movement do we have to be empowered? So therapists, you know, I think now there's a big thing about empowering staff to bespoke experiences for those guests, because yeah, like doing the same protocol back to back can be absolutely exhausting and draining and demotivating, and I think management teams are understanding that now, and they're seeing that we need to really give some power to the therapists to enhance their performance, to enhance the outcome of that experience for the guests, the return. So it all comes from people like you, Jean-Guy, who are just great leaders in our industry. You know, I know you don't like saying the word industry, in our business,
profession,
in the profession,
craft.
yeah, the craft, absolutely. And but where, if you have therapists coming out of college, you know, learning these basic massage skills from the moment they leave college, do you think there's more that we could be doing in the sort of environments, in working environments, for helping them grow with confidence? And because yeah, it's great that some of these guys and girls would meet you and have that experience, but that's not, it's not a systematic, it's not like a thing that everyone, you know, gets as a standard. And I feel like everyone should be granted that opportunity in a way with their employees, you know.
So everyone should be granted that. On paper, yes. On common sense, yes. On investing in human resources, meaning resources for human, rather than having humans as a resource, yes. Now, the thing is, you mentioned empowerment, and I would highly recommend to anyone listening not to wait for the opportunity to come, or not to wait for the boss or the manager to grant you a training to continue your ongoing lifelong training improvement. I would try to get the message across. This is your life. These are your hands. This is your body. What do you want to do with it? Where do you want to go? I know, and I've met many therapists who are not just doing a 9 to 5, they're doing 2 jobs. Sometimes they're doing 3 jobs. They're working at a spa for a certain time. They're working at a second one for flexibility, flexible hours, because they have kids, they have commitments to parents, to a partner that they have to attend. So they run multiple jobs, and then they have also another job, sometimes as a waitress or sometimes admin somewhere. So they try to grind. They go through the grind to make those payments. And I would encourage people to work on their brand, their personal brand. What makes you, as a therapist, different from the other pair of hands from another therapist? Is it just your strength? Is it just your knowledge? Or where is the connection at the beginning? Where is the connection at the end, where you felt things in the body and you could share a tip, so that hopefully you can go and grow from being a massage therapist, junior, senior, lead, in-house trainer, massage supervisor, then maybe join a brand, being a trainer for that brand, an international trainer like Julie is, like I've been for different brands after that on a freelance basis, spreading the word. And maybe one day you'll become a wellness therapist, not just a spa therapist or a massage therapist, but a wellness therapist, having studied and learned and gone through workshops in how to help people sleep better, eat better, and not just to have a better digestion or to have, you know, a slender figure, but also to find the food for their brain with the gut-brain axis. And you know so much about that, Carly. Movement is absolutely key. How do you preserve your own body through better body mechanics, through stress, to prevent stress, repetitive injuries? But how can you also do more yoga, more Pilates, something you are very well versed in, also Carly, through movement and sharing. So how does movement come into play between the massage sessions? Serenity. My God, it's not your body, it's your mind. It's the fatigue you have. You say you're tired. It's not just physically tired. What I feel is that there's no more space in this head for anything. Do you read books? No, I don't. I just fall asleep. Do you look at documentaries? No, I just flip through Netflix and I eat Netflix and chill from Ben and Jerry's, and these are my evenings. Encourage people to have better lifestyles. And then finding your sense of purpose and being a light for others, not just for being the light of others, but being a light for others so that you can also help rekindle the light in the hearts and in the eyes. And that's what I've tried to do for my entire life. Rekindle lights.
You are a guiding light for others.
Yeah.
And that leads us on to we want to know a little bit more about this, the World Wellness Weekend. So I know I've interviewed you about this a long time ago. I think you were in your second year of it back then. But
Thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've watched this explode, across the world, and that's another great example of your continued action, being in action, driving things forward, having that purpose and making it come to fruition. So tell us about World Wellness Weekend, how our listeners and viewers might want to get involved for their own wellness, but also to help with their businesses and spread that knowledge to communities.
Absolutely. And thank you for bringing up World Wellness Weekend. So I said earlier that my first aha moment was the ski accident and how it brought things into one thing leading to another, and here I am now. Not just waiting for it, but actually working towards it. The second aha moment was when, in 2017, the United Nations published their big goals for the world for the Agenda of 2030, 17 Sustainable Development Goals. The first one is the end of poverty in the world so that everyone can have a fair wage, because millions, tens of millions are living with less than $1.50 per day. So can we help people and family with that? That's the first objective. The second is the end of hunger. Can people have more than one meal a day? Because some don't have three. Some do intermittent fasting. I just eat during 8 hours. Some people would like to have a meal. So can we help? The third one, and I'm not going to go through the 17, the third one is for us, the massage professionals, the spa and wellness craft profession. Good health and well-being for all. Good health and well-being for all, which is not the absence of disease or infirmity, which is a state of vitality, serenity, creativity, solidarity, immunity. These are the 5 pillars of wellness, as I said: sleep, nutrition, movement, mindfulness, and sense of purpose. And with this in mind, it was like, okay, what I've been trying to do so far to rekindle the light of massage therapists and receptionists and managers in different properties where I've been doing this here in Bora Bora, here in France, here in the States, here this, and it's always one team at a time. Can we come together as a profession? Can we have a moment when we will open the doors of a salon, a spa, a fitness club, a hotel, a resort, a massage center, and can we not offer free massages? I don't believe in freebies as a successful business model. If you say, come in, everything's free today, will you come back tomorrow when you have to pay? No, I'll just wait for next year. Okay, so how can we share our passion? Not by having one therapist massage another person for 60 minutes, or not even having one person massage another person for 10 minutes on a chair massage, because this is Now, this has been seen a lot. Can we have one member of the team, maybe a lead therapist, maybe a spa supervisor, maybe a very good therapist, lead a workshop about massage and show and invite the guests of the hotel or of the clients of this space, spa or salon or massage institute, and ask that person, Carly, you're a regular guest of Jean-Guy Spa, and on World Wellness Weekend, we will have a massage workshop because you always mention during the treatments the people living 9 to 5 behind their desk and typing on their keyboard and maybe hopefully having a nice life. This is a long of hours working with your fingers and therefore your extensors and also using your flexors. And with this, we would like to show you a special workshop on how to give you a hand massage, but also a wrist massage and a forearm massage going all the way to this little point here, which can turn into tennis elbow and golf elbow. Okay, so would you like to come and bring a friend? Yeah, maybe Judy could come. Fantastic. The two of you can come because now you are wellness buddies. You're bringing your vitality, your victory of the mind and victory of the body coming into wellness. So the two of you come to this event. We'll show you what we do. And of course, because you are now on our property, you can see the spa, you can see the salon, you can see the pool, you can see, and we're bringing you this special voucher as a bounce back offer for you to come back in October or November. It's as easy as this. Some cosmetic brands are using World Wellness Weekend, and I'll give you a few numbers because last year they were 5,053 exactly. I'm not just saying 5,000 venues, like 5,000. It's right between 0 and 10. Why not 5,000? 5,053 venues signed up on wellmap.org. It's a website that is free for all. You can register for free. There's no subscription. There's no spam we're going to send you after, just newsletters with information that we think is relevant. The website is in 18 languages, so anyone listening to us in English, but also being more fluent in Italian, Spanish, Hindi, Croatian, Portuguese can tune in and sign up also. So wellmap.org. 5,053 venues participate. We expect 8,000 venues this year. Last year, World Wellness Weekend was celebrated in 139 countries. We started on Friday at sunrise in Fiji, and we went on every single time zone on that Friday, again on Saturday, again on Sunday, and we officially closed at the Fairmont in Hawaii at sunset, starting at sunrise in Fiji to sunset in Hawaii, giving a chance on every time zone for every spa, salon, massage center to share something meaningful, hopefully fun, like meditation. Everyone likes to meditate. Meditation can be hard. Looking at a candle can help you. Listening to your breathing can help. Maybe having a chocolate in your mouth and not biting it and letting it melt and having a chocolate meditation. Because if you have good, how do you say, cacao, not just the industrial chocolate, but if you have good cacao and something in it and different textures, it can melt in your mouth and you will have the releases of the cacao, of the magnesium. And everyone knows that chocolate doesn't ask silly questions. Chocolate understands. So this is what we try to do, to bring a laughter on people's faces, to encourage them to share their passion, their expertise, that life, that spark that we were talking about. That little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And here we go. And being French, instead of scaring people with the very scary statistics of the World Health Organization, we could scare people, or we can invite them to a party, a celebration where they will feel good, they will feel great. And then the question is not just, how do you feel now? I feel great. Great. My second question is, how soon would you like to feel that great again? How soon can I come back? Well, as I mentioned, we have this bounce back offer for you, this special irresistible offer for you to come back for a special facial in October, for a special massage in November, and maybe you'll come back in December to look the best of what you can be for the holiday season. I rest my case.
Thank you, Jean-Guy. Honestly, if I didn't know about World Wellness Weekend already, I would definitely want to be joining this party. Before we say our goodbyes, could you tell us this year what are the dates for World Wellness Weekend?
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. World Wellness Weekend is always celebrated on the third weekend of September. This year, Friday 15 to Sunday 17. We chose this date because it is right after the harvest moon, where we encourage people to harvest whatever they have sown, the time, the studies, the relentless pursuit of self-growth, personal development, professional development, whatever you have sown, reap that reward. That's the harvest moon. We're coming just after. It will be Rosh Hashanah on that very same day, on September 15. And it's just before the equinox, when daytime and nighttime are roughly the same, which was for us a great symbol of work-life balance, or as the new generation are saying, life-work balance, with the yin-yang. So it's the moment where we move from the sun into shorter days, more darkness, less temperature. And this is how we want to transition nicely with wellness around the year.
Beautiful. Well, if you want to learn more about World Wellness Weekend, they have a social media presence. Just type in, is it at World Wellness Weekend on Instagram?
Absolutely.
Facebook? Do you have a YouTube channel?
We do.
Yeah, great. So, and if you want to know any more from us, email us at spasisterspodcast@gmail.com. Jean-Guy, it's been an absolute pleasure to spend this time with you, and you're doing wonderful things for the world, for your community. It's just, mind-blowing.
Thank you, Carly and Julie, for being the Spa Sisters, for inspiring, enlightening people through the many people you interview. I'm very truly touched and honored you thought of me to join you today. And thank you to Julie, who is also very, very active with the World Wellness Weekend, has been for years, and was the recipient last year of our WWW Award, which is Wonder Woman of Wellness.
Yes.
Thank you, Jean-Guy.
So true.
I just want to let you know that Carly and I will be actually taking part in World Wellness Weekend, won't we, with the I Am Wellness. We're going to launch something there for a nice online experience so therapists can learn how to be well.
Watch this space.
Watch this space.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.